Howdy guys, it's Abby. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome if you're new. Today is going to be my first Get Ready With Me of 2021. So every month I do a Get Ready With Me just talking about what's going on in my life and more like personal lifestyle kind of stuff instead of just makeup all the time. Even though I am doing my makeup, but you know what I'm saying. So I just started a new project pan for 2021. I'm basically doing the same thing that I did last year, so go check out that video. And maybe I can exceed that because I did 20 products in last year, but only in the last 6 months, so maybe I can do more this year now that I have a whole year. Along with that, I'm doing a weekly makeup basket, like basically a weekly shop my stash, where I'm trying to rotate through the things that I'm not trying to pan. So like I'm not actively trying to pan a foundation because I'm not counting foundation in the project, so I'm going to use a different foundation every week. Because last year I did like a monthly shop my stash thing and I wasn't able to get through everything, so I think a weekly will be a little bit better for that. By the way, I usually don't mention all the products that I use in these videos, so I'll link them below. Right now I'm using the e.l.f. the new Camo CC cream, and so far I really like it. You definitely need just a teeny tiny amount of it because it's really full coverage. The only thing that I'm noticing with it is that I've been using it with the sponge, and it's kind of like making, like where I put the product on the sponge, it's making the sponge hard, and like I don't know if this, like the sponge is getting old because I've used these sponges forever. So I don't know if it's this product or I'm not washing it good enough. I don't know, I've never had that problem before. But it's not like, it's not bad, like I can still use it, but it's just kind of weird. I got this new background recently. I fixed it a little bit in the last couple videos. It was a little bit off, like you could see the bottom of it in this corner down here. So I kind of fixed that and I dropped it down a little bit, so hopefully it's like not distracting. I just couldn't keep that, because right behind this is where those gray doors, like the closet doors were that I filmed in front of. And it was just, wasn't like the videos weren't good quality because it kept trying to like adjust the exposure between me and like so every time I would move, the lighting would be too bright because it was trying to like expose the dark background. So hopefully this is a little bit better. I probably could have made that stand with like PVC or something, but I really didn't want to mess with it, so I asked for the stand for Christmas. It's just like 2 tripod things with a bar that goes over the top. You could even probably use like a garment rack. I've seen them at Target and Walmart and other places. Just hang a sheet or something over it. This is tulle, like mesh fabric that I just kind of draped around. I also got a new microphone. I really hope that this sound quality is better. My old one, it had interference, like it would make this ticking noise, and I didn't notice it until like a year and a half or 2 after I got it, that it was doing that, because I didn't edit my videos with headphones on. I just edited them through the computer, and I didn't notice that there was an issue until then. So yeah, I'd say definitely if you edit videos, edit them with headphones so you can hear clearly like what's going on in the background. But I had to turn off the Wi-Fi because my camera is Wi-Fi enabled. I can put the pictures straight onto my phone if I wanted to. So I had to turn that feature off and then keep my phone like 3 or 4 feet away from it because it was making the interference, like the noise. And I put it somewhere else, but I had to cover the back of it with aluminum foil. Like I read somebody else that fixed that problem with aluminum foil because it wasn't like insulated or whatever, so there was interference getting to the electrical stuff. I don't really know exactly how it worked. It was also really bad at filtering out background noise. This one is not perfect, but it's a lot better, I think. And the first couple times I used it, I didn't have the filter, like the foam thingy on, and you definitely need that because like I don't think that I whistle when I talk, but you can definitely hear it in some of those videos, so that little filter thing helps like filter out the whistle part. And I've also been like trying to actively fix that with my voice because I didn't finish my braces like schedule or whatever, so my teeth aren't perfectly straight and sometimes they whistle. But I didn't think it was that bad. I thought I kind of like learned to correct it by moving my jaw when I talk, but apparently it wasn't enough with those, and I'm glad nobody had pointed it out. Because like, I can't do anything about it now. This room is not soundproof. My other room, I used to film in there, it had like grayish purple walls, and that room, I swear, was soundproofed like when this house was built, because you can't hear anything like from downstairs or whatever, but here you can hear everything. I don't have any room over there to film. I need to repress this powder. It's like barely hanging on. I'm trying to dig it out. I don't want to repress it unless I have to. In these videos, I usually update about my fiance and what's going on with that situation and my business. So I guess I'll talk about my fiance first. So he's been, I still don't know if I'm like really allowed to say like where he's at, but he's in Asia somewhere. And he's been there for about a month. He went through his quarantine and everything. And like during the quarantine, he was talking to his like superiors, or the major, I guess, on the base there. And they're saying, yeah, once you get out, you're free to like go anywhere, like go off base for a day and, you know, go explore the town or whatever. And because like if you're in training, you can't do that. You can't leave. But he was supposed to be allowed to do that. Then they went to like an extra security level or whatever because of the virus in that area. So he cannot leave the base at this point. Like he can go wherever he wants to on the base, but he can't go outside. This country had been doing very well. Like they were probably one of the best, like had the best response. Besides New Zealand though. New Zealand like killed it in this whole thing. Like they're totally done with it. But this country was doing pretty well, and then I guess like I was watching news coverage, people were just kind of getting complacent, and they were like, oh yeah, well everybody, you know, all the world news coverage is saying we're the best, so you know, I guess we're fine, and then we're not fine. So that kind of started back up again. He's doing good there. He likes his job, and his superiors are saying that he's doing a good job, so that's good. And yesterday he was sending me pictures and videos from the commissary, which is like their grocery store, and I was kind of concerned at first, like they wouldn't have many vegan options or stuff that I could eat. I mean, obviously they would have like fruits and vegetables, but I am a junk food vegan, so I like the fake meat and all that stuff. And I was kind of worried that they wouldn't have anything like that, or not that I was worried, I don't know how to put it, but I just kind of thought they wouldn't, or if they did, it would be incredibly expensive. But they have Beyond Burgers and like Gardein and all that kind of stuff for literally half the price that I would go here at like Kroger or somewhere and buy it. I think like the commissary is not a for-profit situation like a grocery store, so I think they just get it at cost and then sell it for that. He said a lot of the people that work in places on the base aren't like, I thought they would all be like their military spouses. Like if your husband or wife or whatever was stationed there, then you would get a job at like the grocery store or the school or whatever. But apparently a lot of those jobs are like nationals of this country. Like they're not, which I thought that was kind of weird. But I don't know, gives people a job, I suppose. We still have no idea. As per usual, it's been the same since he left. Don't know when he's going to be able to come back and we can get married. Like we've talked about in the last video, I talked about the possibility of doing the proxy marriage, which I mean would be, honestly, it'd be cheaper because it's like $600 I think, and that's way less than the cost of a plane ticket. But I think it would be a lot, it would take longer for sure, because we have to mail stuff back and forth between me in Kentucky and the place that does this in Montana and him in this other country. So I think that would be a long process. But it's going to be even longer because we have to wait to get me like added to his orders, and everything is backed up right now with the virus because of limited staff and all that fun stuff. Yesterday was not a great day. I was really stressed out and wanted to cry just because of all the stuff going on with my business and this situation, which is totally like all kind of in my head, like there's not really much reason to worry about it, but I can't help it. So I have my own business called Cruelty-Free Stitchery, and I make eco-friendly cloth things like paper towels and all that stuff. And my supplier has screwed me over more than once, and I literally have no other alternative besides this supplier to get the stuff that I use. So I would have to totally redo all of my products or jack up the prices because I can't find anything even similar for like a similar price that I get the fabric from. So Like they have, the stuff that I use, like most of it is for the reusable cotton rounds, and you kind of want those to be soft, right? Because you're putting them on your face or on your eyes. And they have just totally changed the quality of them. Like a couple years ago when I started this, it was called something else, and it was a little bit lower quality, but it was still okay. But then they changed it to a better quality and jacked up the price by a couple dollars, which was fine, but it was good quality. But now it's the same thing, but it's even worse quality than before. Like they've just changed it, or they've stopped like doing it right. I really don't know what's going on. And I didn't notice it until one of my customers, like they had bought 2 different colors of the cloth wipes, and they said, oh, this one color was really great, I really loved it, it was really soft, but then they said that the other color was really scratchy. So I was like sometimes you kind of like, are they right, or are they just like saying that, you know? But I felt of both of the colors that they had got, and they were right. Like the one color was really scratchy and just wasn't right. So I offered them like a new pack in the soft kind, and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? Because I thought it was just that one color. So I emailed them, the supplier, and they were like, well, yeah, we can refund you for that, but just keep in mind, like if you reorder this product, it's gonna be probably the same quality as you got before. So I was like, oh, that's great. So I was thinking it was just that one color, but I ordered some more because I got a wholesale order for, like, they picked out their own prints and stuff, so I special ordered other colors and stuff for them, and all but one of those were this new, like, bad quality. And I was like, oh my gosh. Because I don't want to say huge, but like I have a lot of people that are repeat customers, and if they start getting this new crappy fabric, like they're not going to buy from me anymore, and I'm going to get bad reviews, and that's going to take my shop down. Like this is not good. I sent a scathing email to the contact at this supplier, so we'll see what they say. If they say, oh, we didn't know this was an issue, we'll look into it, or if they say tough tatas, you know, deal with it. So that was stressing me out. And then I am starting a second business, which was kind of born from TikTok. Like I had wanted to do this anyways, so I've been thinking about making a store where I sold digital downloads of stuff. Like it's pretty popular on Etsy to sell like planner pages and like invitations and that kind of stuff that you would just print instead of having to mail something. And I thought about that, but I didn't know what I was going to make. And then I posted on TikTok that I designed my own planner because I didn't like the layout of other ones that I'd found. And then like so many people were interested in that, like the video went viral and I got so many followers on there. And then I started directing people to my Instagram that I had already created for this. Like I made the logo and the business name, and I have the domain name and everything. And I started directing people to that, and I have like a ton of interest in these planner pages. I want to do that, but I still have work to do for cruelty-free stitchery. But I don't want to do that because I want to work on the planner stuff, but then I feel like I can't stop and work on the planner stuff because I am not making money from it yet. I'm making money from cruelty-free stitchery. So I'm just kind of like stuck in there's no perfect answer to what I'm doing, because it's kind of like a catch-22. Like I can't make money from the planner stuff if I don't start it, but then I can't make money from cruelty-free stitchery if I'm not, you know, packing orders and selling things. So I think the planner stuff is I don't want to say perfect, but a good solution for like if we move or something, I don't have to bring inventory because it's all online. Ideally, I would like to start making some money from like YouTube and the blog and everything. And I actually have started making money from affiliate links. So I know a few people have purchased from my links that I post in the description boxes, and that's actually helping. Like I haven't made enough to cash out yet, but I was surprised at how much. I mean, it's been less than $10, but you know, it's still exciting to see that, because I had only had a few. It's like the website that I use, Magic Links, like there are some stores that are on there that will pay you like per click. So Target, I don't know if I'm really allowed to say this, but Target is one of them. So if I link something from Target, like I linked the menstrual cups that I use, because I did a whole video about that, and I linked those, and I got a few cents like from people clicking on those links, but I don't get a commission if they buy something. But other retailers, I get a commission if they buy something. I've gotten a little bit of money from that, which is kind of like, it kind of gave me a little more motivation to keep doing that, because for a while, like I've had this Magic Links account forever, and I kind of stopped linking because I didn't think people used it, and then now apparently people are using it. If you want to support the channel, I have in the description box, I'll link the products that I've used. And I also, like, if you scroll all the way down, I have links to just like generic, like to Ulta.com and Sephora.com and those places. And I also have a list, I think it's linked right around there as well, whole list on my blog of all of like the companies that I have links for. So I couldn't fit them all in the description box of all my videos, but it's there on my blog. And I have like discount codes and stuff on there as well. And like referral links. I think this brow pencil's about had it. I thought it's lasted a lot longer than I thought it would. I just try to use a pomade for most of the brows and then use this little pen to like fill in or fix around the outside. So I'm thinking at this point that I am, depending on what they say, I mean, like the Supplier company, like depending on what they say, I might just, because I have quite a bit of fabric left. I still have enough fabric to like last for a while, but sometimes things sell more than others and you don't really know until it happens, and then people want that thing, so you want to make sure you have it in stock. But I don't know, I really don't like my Supplier. Like, they have messed me up more than once, and I couldn't even get the materials for a long time there. I'm going to use this Ace Beauté Oceanic palette. So I am trying to pan 2 eyeshadows from another palette, but I'm going to pick one palette a week to like use maybe once or twice. That way I don't get bored with the ones that I'm trying to pan. So this is the palette if you haven't seen it. I took my nails off yesterday so I can do things that just look terrible because I've had glue-ons on for a while. I think I'll just sell out of what I have and then like let that be it. There's a few different products that I have that I can get elsewhere that I like the Supplier of, but the majority of the supplies that I get are from this place. Because like I said, I don't want to be buying a bunch of stuff anyways because I still don't know if/when we're going to be going, but he's going to try to find out soon if it's even a possibility that I could go to this base he's at right now, or if I have to wait until he moves again. Because if that's the case, if I have to wait until he moves again, then I'd have the rest of the year because his contract is like from January to January or something. But I am going to do my best to get there in the summer sometime if he gets leave again. Or if he, well, not again, but if he gets leave in the summer. Because that way I could travel there like beforehand and then be there like a couple days early, so that way he didn't have to spend half of his leave traveling. And he wouldn't have to worry about, you know, being back on time and all that stuff. It would just, I think it would be easier for both of us if I just went over there. Even though he would like to see his family and friends and everything, and I don't know, it's just a tricky situation because it's not like I could just go. If I go with the virus and stuff like still rampant, then I have to quarantine. So I'd have to plan an extra 2 weeks to quarantine before I could even go, like be released from custody or whatever. Okay, this eye I did really good and I wasn't paying attention on this eye, so I really like this palette, and I've heard other people say that they don't like the Ace Beauté formula, but I haven't had a problem with it, so I don't know. Because they have a few different kinds of palettes. I don't know if they're talking about these formulas or if they're talking about like the other ones that I don't have. I am still planning on doing my black owned brands video, and Ace Beauté is black owned. And I am just trying to get everything tested because I've got a bunch of stuff kind of at the same time and I'm still working through it. And there's nothing yet that I wouldn't recommend, but I just want to talk about things that I've actually used myself, you know, like instead of just saying buy it for the sake of buying it. And I have found a lot of new favorite brands this way from testing out black owned brands. So I have a lot of eyeshadows, and I'm going to do like a get ready with me on Instagram, I think maybe an IGTV video with all the products, but I don't know which eyeshadow I would want to pick because like there's so many and they're all good. Like I haven't found any yet that I don't like. I just really need to get over that like catch-22 kind of thing with not wanting to work on the one business because I need to get, like, I have orders I need to get out, and you know, it's making me money, but also try to balance, try to make like this a career and the printable stuff. And people are like knocking down my door for these planner pages, and like I want to get it done, but also I feel bad about neglecting other stuff. I think I'm going to do a video as well about my goals. So I made goals like at the beginning of 2020, and some of them I actually hit like even halfway through, and I've been able to do I think a few more. I can't remember exactly what I was talked about in that. So I don't think I wrote it down, I think I just said it, but I'll have to go back and watch and see what I wanted to do. But I have my goals set for my business, and I have like obviously the new project panning stuff, and I want to make, like, I hit my revenue goal for this year for the business, which was not very high, but since it was my first year, I didn't set it too high. So next year I'm going to, or this year, duh, it's already this year, I'm going to try to multiply that by 5. That's it. And I'm going to include like my other business in that as well, instead of just the one. Here's how the eyes are looking. I do like this look. I like that olive green and that bright green that I put underneath of there. I did that in another look with this palette as well. I have eyelashes that are really, really short and not long enough to go in the curler. And they're gonna look terrible when I put mascara on. Like, just grow. I'm gonna try this KVD Epic Curl Lash Primer with this new e.l.f. Lash It Loud mascara. See how this goes, because I've only tried the e.l.f. mascara on its own. And this tube confuses me. Like, I feel like it's backwards. Like, this part should be the wand and this part should be the thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually the writing is on the bottom, so that's messing me up, but it's not. Like, this is the wand. Brands are already trying me this year. Like, it's only the 2nd, and e.l.f. has released a new collection that looks really good. The mint. Just like, yo, I can't be buying that. Because I'm, along with my project pan, I'm only gonna place 2 makeup orders a month. And I don't want to waste it on an e.l.f. collection. Not that I don't want to buy stuff from e.l.f., but like, I would kind of prefer to use that for like indies or, you know, smaller brands. Because I have enough stuff from e.l.f. So there's how that looks. So I have a green lipstick from Lethal Cosmetics, but I don't think I'm going to go for like green on green, because I need to use this lipstick that's in my project pan. This one from Dose of Colors. Uncrust my lips with this handy dandy e.l.f. lip exfoliator. I had this back in the day, like kind of when it first came out, and it was terrible. Like, the gritty parts didn't come off like this. They just kind of like scraped and didn't do anything. So I thought I'd try it again, and it's a lot better. I don't know if the one I got was like dried out. This is more convenient than like one in a little pot. I'm glad I picked this color to pan. Well, number one, it was my oldest one. I needed to pan it, but it's really easy to put on. Like, it's not a super dark one, you know, where you have to really be careful where it goes. This one is pretty good. This is why I always have my hair in a braid, because I can just take it down. Pin in there somewhere. So I think that was it. I don't really plan these, so I don't know exactly what I'm going to end up talking about. Usually it's kind of the same stuff. If you stayed this long, thank you for watching all the way through and listening to me ramble about stuff. If you like these kind of videos, I do them every month, but I can also do like other ones throughout the month with other topics, so let me know what you want to see. I have videos planned through January. I actually was on top of it this time and like wrote out a plan, so I don't think that I'm going to remember to do this in February, but I'm set for January with all my Instagram posts and everything. I don't have them made, but I have the plan, so that's something. So click up here to watch my most recent video, or click up here to watch my last Get Ready With Me. Give this video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss seeing my face in your subscription box every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. Links to my social media as well as all the products that I use will be in the description box below, and I will see you guys in the comments. Bye.